Intro to the fiduciary fund. So fiduciary fund monies are controlled by the governmental entity, but for the benefit of individuals or other parties. Now, here's actually I want to go back to the chart here. I'm thinking on the fly. If it's mentioning a fund and you don't know which fund it is, think, does that fund, like, is the purpose of it to hold someone else's money? If it is, it's a fiduciary fund. Step 2, if it's not to hold someone else's money, is the purpose of it to make money in a business sense? Well, then it would fall under proprietary. And if it doesn't fall under one of these two, then I would say, is it part of the government's normal operations? And then it would fall under the governmental funds. I definitely recommend that. Try 1, 2, and then this is step 3. If it doesn't fall into one of these categories, it's in governmental funds. So in this case, yes, like we said, fiduciary fund monies are controlled by the governmental entity, but for the benefit of individuals or other parties. So those other than the government. So this is not the government's self-generated revenue, right? Self-generated revenue is proprietary. The monies are administered through a trust, which the government itself is not a beneficiary. Now, I mean, in the investment trust fund, sure, the government could also put some of its own money in there and invest it, but that's not the main purpose of it, right? So it's also still controlled by the government, even if there is external restraints specifying the money for a specific purpose. So, I mean, yes, the pension plan fund monies are still being controlled by the government, even if those are not their monies and there's external restraints, like that money is owed to the teachers once they retire. The government does not have administrative involvement with the assets or direct financial involvement with the assets, so they have control over them. But, that money maybe is given to Fidelity or Vanguard to sit in the pension plan.